Hi, Woolies. I'm Ryan alongside Pat, and today we have Holy Cross football captains Joe Metzger and Jayden Clerveaux with us. Thank you for joining us today on the Woolie News. We are excited to learn more about college sports and what advice you may have for current high school athletes that are thinking about playing at the next level, whether it's D1, D2, or 3, even at the club level.
So Jayden is a running back for the Crusaders, and he's from Everett, Mass. Last season, he rushed for 11 touchdowns, and Joe is an offensive lineman from Franklinville, New Jersey. He was part of the line that blocked for 38 rushing and passing touchdowns in 2024.
We'll start off with a couple quick questions for you. What are you guys' majors?
So I major in political science.
Nice.
I'm a psychology major.
Oh, nice. Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, I played baseball, track and field, and I wrestled for a year or two.
I played basketball my freshman year, stopped playing, stuck to football the rest of the years.
Nice. One of the most common questions students have about college sports is, what's the biggest difference between high school sports and college sports?
The biggest difference is probably just the speed. I mean, everybody's your size. When you're in high school, you're the biggest and the baddest. That's what they tell you. But once you get to college, everybody's big. So just getting with the size and the speed of the game, that's probably the biggest difference for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a good one, but I would say dedication. You can tell the guys that are dedicated to it, that, take pride in it, that enjoy it, and that, take it as like a job. They're the ones dedicating their time to it. It's trying to make themselves better, and they pretty much separate themselves from everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's working hard. Yeah, I get that.
I got a question, too.
Right.
When did you know you had the possibility of going D1?
That's a good question.
Probably my sophomore year of high school, I kind of figured it out, because when I was a freshman, I didn't play offensive line yet. So I kind of just was like a filler. I played filler on defense a little bit. Got a couple of starts, but nothing crazy. Like, I wasn't like dominating as a freshman, but I started my full season as a sophomore, and my coach, who's my uncle, brought me into his office and basically sat me down and was like, these schools have asked about you, so you got to gain weight and stuff. So that's kind of when I thought it was real.
I would say sophomore year for me. My uncle went to college as well. He played football there, so kind of seeing him go to college, it kind of made me, I have to go. He played football. He did really well. I got to do the same thing.
Yeah. Was football always you guys' dream? Was that what you always wanted to do from as a young kid, or did the love for the game come later as you grew?
I was a big baseball kid when I grew up. That's all I wanted to do was play baseball. But as I got older, I started to play football and kind of appreciate football more. And around your age, maybe a little 8th grade, I kind of knew that I probably wasn't going to play Division I baseball. So I kind of decided just to play football full time.
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 5, so I've been known for a while that, I love football. I had uncles that were older than me, cousins that played with them. So I always knew football was a big thing for me, big dream for me.
What was the recruiting process like for you guys?
And when did it start? Yeah. All that kind of stuff.
It officially starts the September 1st of your junior year for football. But it kind of started when coaches would come and talk to my head coach at high school, and they would come to talk to me, ask how I'm doing and stuff. But I reclassed, so COVID kind of screwed up my last year of high school, so I didn't really get that recruiting year. So then I took another year of high school at Deerfield, which is in Massachusetts, Western Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gained some pretty good traction there and got me here, so.
It's good.
Yeah, my process was kind of the same. I did a reclass year as well. Had a chance to go straight from high school into college. Decided that the place that I was going to wasn't the place for me, so I did a reclass year. Went to Williston, an actual contender with Deerfield in the same league.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't get to play Joe, though, but same league pretty much. Went through that process and ended up at Holy Cross.
Mm. Did you send videos into coaches, or did coaches reach out to you?
Yeah, did they notice you just off of you playing, or going to your games, or did you have to reach out to them?
It's kind of both. I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes you put videos on Twitter, kind of highlights and stuff, but sometimes they'll just reach out to you too, because they might be recruiting somebody else and looking at their film, and then they see you in a game, and they'll want to know more about you. But yeah, I think it's definitely you send videos around, you put them on your Twitter, or you send them directly to coaches kind of show them what you're about.
Yeah, definitely both. If you're proactive with a coach and you're always reaching out to coaches and you're always trying to send your film out to somebody and, just being proactive on your Twitter, someone's going to reach out to you. They're going to see that you're proactive. You see that you're an athlete. They might like the things that you do, the skill sets that you bring. So just being proactive, it really is both, for both,
Yeah. Staying on this recruiting concept, other than skill, what do you think coaches will look for when recruiting you?
The biggest thing I think is, at least at Holy Cross, it's what kind of person you are. So you'll go on visits and stuff, and then you'll see some kids who are so excited to be there. They're great people, and then there's the guys that our coaching staff will take. But if somebody comes in trying to acts like they kind of own the place, not a very good person, they're probably not going to take them as a recruit. So I would say being the best person possible to everybody you meet in your recruiting process probably helps you out a long way.
Yeah.
I would say mindset. Coaches love a mindset that you're going to go out there, you're going to work your hardest, you're going to give everything you have, and you're going to do everything you can for the program. So I would say mindset.
Yeah. All right. Looking back, what do you wish you knew in high school about college sports?
Wow, that's a good. I wish I knew how competitive it actually was, because I probably would have done more in high school to prepare me, my body.
Good answer. Yeah. Like that.
For the next level.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just preparing more. Yeah.
Exactly.
For the high level.
Yeah. Because you go to camps, if you probably go to showcase and stuff when you get older, it's just I would have done more of that, and I would have just had myself ready for the change and the acclimation of college sports.
I agree. I say preparation. Your body is a temple. Take care of your body will take care of you. If you're taking care of your body, doing the little stuff, having great workouts, training as hard as you can, sky's the limit.
So what are your biggest challenges balancing school and sports?
Biggest challenge is probably just getting your school working on time. Holy Cross is a pretty challenging academic school, so and they give athletes help sometimes, but when you're traveling, so this year we have 7 away games that we'll leave on Friday, so we're missing 7 days of school next year, so that's a lot of work that we got to get in before deadlines are due while we're traveling. So just getting the work done on the road is probably the hardest part, because you don't want to, because you have a game tomorrow. You just want to focus on the game, but you got to get it done, or you just get it done earlier. So I would think that's the toughest part.
I would say the toughest being time management, kind of learning how to time manage between classes, practice, obviously, getting your work in terms of stretching or extra work in, kind of managing that and balancing the two, and even social life as well. I feel like that's the toughest part, but you get acclimated as time goes by and do your freshman year and learning experiences, and you start to learn.
Yeah. If someone played football in high school, but let's say they aren't good enough to play at the next level, let's say at Holy Cross, what other roles on the team that they could still be with the team but just not play?
Yeah,
So,
and I don't know about the rules now, but we've had walk-ons since my freshman year. So if you don't get recruited there, you could definitely try out. Then we also have managers. There's equipment staff. They have interns and stuff. You can intern with the athletic staff, and so there's a bunch of different ways that you can kind of be involved in the team, so you don't have to get recruited.
Yeah.
We even have people that record our stuff.
Yeah.
So they record for us, get all their film in, and then they're in the team through that.
Yeah. Lots of different places for people to be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if they don't play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So moving on to some non-sports questions, what advice would you give to a high school student about preparing for college in general, about everything in college, the work, staying active, just everything?
I mean, I would just say what JC said earlier. Just your time management. It's way different. You have so much more free time in college than you would think. In high school, you're in the same building all day. So when you're not in the same building, you go back to your dorm because you have a little break and you're I want to take a nap, but I got a class in an hour and a half. So it's you got to be able to balance going to class on time, getting there, doing your work for the class. So I would say time management for sure.
Yeah. I would say balance pretty much. Have a good time management. Try to always have a positive attitude. Go into things with a good mindset, even if you're having a bad day. Talk to yourself. Be it's all right. We're going to have a better day the next day. We're going to work for it. We're going to, do better next time. Just having a balance of everything.
All right.
So for current juniors that are like going to be visiting colleges this summer, what advice would you give them to like decide where to go?
Or like even what weighed into your decision to go to Holy Cross, like
Yeah.
for advice?
I would just try to find the place that like you feel the most comfortable at. Something like place like not. I mean, if you like big schools and you like the big school, then go to a big school. But like try to find something that like when you're there, you're like this. I could see myself here for 4 years. Because you don't want to go to a place and then like be iffy about it and then like regret your decision after you're there for a semester. So
Yeah. So like comfort level.
try to find your comfort zone there.
Yeah.
I would agree. Comfort level is a big thing, especially for us. I know Joe probably has the same story, but going to Holy Cross, you just feel the comfort from the people, from the atmosphere, from the buildings, the facilities, the people working the facilities. You feel the comfort level, and you pretty much feel at home. And you're like, yeah, I can be here for 4 years, and call this my home.
Yeah. You have Rhode Island as your home opener, Harvard for homecoming weekend as two of the home games on your schedule this year. As athletes, we know we're not supposed to look ahead beyond the next game, but if we can only make it to one game next season, which game would you recommend we attend? So, like the best home game for a casual fan to attend, what would you guys say?
Well, we play Georgetown at Fenway Park, so that's a sick game to go to, but Harvard is probably another one because they beat us last year by 1. That was a tough game. Rhode Island, they beat us by 1 score too. So one of those 2 games, we're trying to get our win back. So I think any of those games would be a good game to watch.
All right, we'll put it on the schedule.
Yes, sir. I agree. Harvard, Yale, big games coming up.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Holy Cross football kicks off their season on August 30th at Northern Illinois. Their home opener is on September 13th versus Rhode Island. We hope some MHS students will be able to get back to a game this season. We want to wish you luck on the season and thank you for taking time to talk with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.